good question. I mean, that's something which people always discuss when they come to decide on a retirement community. The most reason why people decide out of it is the cost. So there are two factors to the cost. One is the cost of the property itself, the asset. We buy the asset, right? So that cost is pretty much what you would pay for any other real estate around that area. So it's the cost of a real estate. But the second most worrying factor for people is the recurring cost which comes after it, the maintenance which they have to pay to live in a retirement community, which deters a lot of people from taking the decision. But personally, what I have seen, and we have been running retirement communities for the last 10 years, there have been customers who have stayed in Vedanta communities for over 7-8 years. And I personally feel that retirement communities is your best insurance plan for your retirement. Right? Because when you are not in a retirement community, when you live outside, there are certain costs which you incur. Right? For example, let's take the services which you get in a retirement community. You have food. So the same cost outside, you have a cook.
Correct.
You have a medical team. Assuming you have a caregiver, or you have somebody to come and visit you periodically to take care of some vitals. Then you have an housekeeping team. So you have a similar housemaid or whatever outside. Then you have a concierge team. You have a car, you have a driver. Assuming you have a similar setup at your place. And of course, if you're living in a gated community with security, DG, power backup, there's a society maintenance which comes with it. So you add that also outside. When you put all of this, your cost for 2 people, including food, in a very, very frugal setup would still come to about 55 to 60,000 rupees.
You're saying all inclusive of everything that you listed?
All inclusive of everything. And so basically all the services which you get in a retirement community, if you were to take it and have it in your own place, right?
It comes to?
About 55 to 60,000 in a very, very frugal basis.
Okay.
And I have discussed this with various customers. It is not a number which I'm coming up with. We have discussed it with various focus groups. We've asked them, what is your cost of living at your house with all this? So, and this is a very frugal spend, I'm saying. This would be about 30 to 35,000 rupees in a retirement community.
For 2 people?
For 2 people.
Monthly?
Monthly. I mean, of course, there are a lot of very luxurious retirement communities where services are 5-star, and then again your cost you have to consider that. But I'm talking about a general average of living in a very good premium retirement community in India, or even any of Vedanta communities for that matter. 35,000 rupees for 2 people, including food. Right? So why is this happening? It's because of the average, economies of scale. The same services which you provide at home, we provide it for a larger group of people. Right? So the cost gets split among a lot more people, and the overall per person cost comes down.
What about the quality though? How do you ensure quality in such a case?
The quality is a completely different thing. Quality is how we train our staff, how we maintain our resources, what protocols we follow, and that will vary from the service provider to one. So that is something which a customer will have to experience and understand. But from purely financial point of view, the cost actually comes down. So people only think, I have to pay 35,000 rupees per month apart from my house. But that will considerably be lesser than what you will pay at your place for a very similar service. That is something which people very often forget. Not only that, so when you are outside, your cost of inflation, it's not in your control. Things are not under your control. But when you move into a retirement community, you have certain amount of assurance on what is going to be your year-on-year increase in cost.
That is something that the service provider
will be discussing with, and you will have a clarity on what you will be paying for the next few years. Right? At least at Vedanta communities, we follow a model of a cost plus model. So the cost very clearly is distributed among the residents, and Vedanta charges a cost plus management fee. So therein your cost is very clearly, transparently communicated to you, and you know what you are paying for. And then, so that kind of manages your long-term cost rise. You are able to plan it well in ahead. Additionally, the care which you get here, the focus that you get here, where somebody is always there is a team, there's a group of 20-25 people staying within the premises who know each and every resident who stays there, their preferences, their priorities. the manager, resident manager, the medical team. So how it becomes a family, your neighbors, your friends. So that mental safety which you get when you move into a retirement community, that is very priceless. So I know on a whole, when you see, you get far more benefits when you move into a retirement community than the cost which you're actually paying to stay there. Correct? The property, yes, property, you can go and choose your place. There are cheaper properties, expensive properties, depending on which location you are looking to buy. And most of these are in your freehold assets. You own the assets, it's in your name. The appreciation comes to you. So leave the property aside. The recurring cost is very, very sustainable for the kind of services that you get here.